this is going on and multiple people are having this issue and nobody's talking about it. Nobody, all these Thanksgivings and family gatherings and nobody's talking about it. These family secrets, man, we gotta stop that. What up, YouTube? It's your boy I see the guy King checking in again. And I just want to jump on here and share an experience that I went through and really in real time. So I got 3 kids, and one of my daughters, she wears glasses, and so we go to the eye doctor kind of once a year for her. The last time I was there, I was just thinking like, man, I haven't got my eyes checked in probably like 2 decades almost, And so I got the insurance and stuff. So I said, hey, I want to make an appointment for myself. It took like 4 or 5 months for me to even be on the list. And so I get there, which was yesterday. I really thought I was going to go in there and do like, hey, read the smallest letter on this side and vice versa on each eye. And they asked me, hey, are you having any vision issues or anything? I told them, I said, hey, it's like a blue light on the oven. Sometimes if I'm like too far away, it's kind of blurry, but I got to walk up on it to kind of look at it. And she told me, oh, that's normal for your age. And I was like, what? That's normal? The hell going on? So I wasn't aware of that. I read the lines and stuff, and I found out one eye is better than the other one. But they told me I got 20/20 vision. I still can see pretty good. I don't need glasses. But then the doctor wanted to run some more tests. They had to put a dye in it. They had to do this. I had to get my eyes dilated. So if anybody who's got that, it was crazy because I had to, after my eyes get dilated, I could see things like maybe 5 feet and beyond. If I'm looking at somebody text me, I couldn't read the text. It was so blurry. So they did all the tests. And he told me, he said, man, does anybody in your family have a history of glaucoma? And I said, not that I'm aware of. I never heard nobody really talk about it. But since the passing of my father, I don't say no more, because they asked me if we had a history of heart complications. And I used to say no. And it took for my father to pass that then I heard other relatives to start saying things like, oh yeah, that's where your grandfather died from, and one of your uncles, he died from the same thing. He asked me multiple times about family history of glaucoma, and I said, hey, I'm gonna have to see. He basically was telling me I'm not at glaucoma starting, but I'm close enough to where he wanted to put me on medication. So it kind of was startling, because I had to educate myself about what glaucoma is and things like that. And I was asking him all kind of questions. And so as soon as I leave the eye doctor, on my dad's side of the family, we got a chat group. And, normally we use a chat group just to say like happy birthday and happy holidays, nothing too beneficial. So I went in and put a message and said, hey, is anybody aware of family history with glaucoma in our family? Lo and behold, I'm getting messages, oh, your grandmother had glaucoma. And one of your great uncles had glaucoma. One of my cousins who's younger than me saying that she's been saying that her doctor says she's close to glaucoma. And so out of nowhere, we got a family history of glaucoma that nobody ever talked about. Nobody ever brings it up. So I was immediately shocked and kind of like bothered a little bit. Like, this is going on and multiple people are having this issue and nobody's talking about it. All these Thanksgivings and family gatherings and nobody's talking about it. So I immediately went in and said, hey, is there anything else that people are aware of that we need to know? And so I know for my family, we have a family history of like heart complications, high blood pressure, high cholesterol is number one. And then for the women, we have a high rate of ovarian cancer. I have my grandmother and like two of my aunts have ovarian cancer. And so then one of my uncles tells me that one of my great uncles had prostate cancer. And I'm just like, what is going on, man? Like, I was just thinking about all the time that we spent with family, and they kind of don't even talk about this stuff, and it's kind of upsetting, and that's what made me want to do this video. It's so many things that we could be doing to be prepared or even informed about what's going on. And it's kind of like the people before us, either it slips their mind or they don't even think to talk to us about it, or it's just, I just know in black families there's a problem with passing the torch, so to speak, allowing the young people to be in positions of being informed and then leading the family, like turning it over, or acknowledging that somebody is doing certain things that can be beneficial, and you done seen them person grow. You know who is a leader and who's not, or if you don't even care, you can just tell everybody. So then everybody's informed, and then it'll be up to them. So nobody can say, "Well, I didn't know. Nobody told me." And I think that's kind of a thing that we need to change. I would advise any of my viewers, if to be informed, ask relatives, like, do we have any family ailments? This stuff is hereditary, it runs in the family. I'm like 43 years old, and I'm just now finding out that there's a history of glaucoma, and now I gotta be on glaucoma medication just to make sure I'm going back in the other direction. And it just also reminded me of like, hey man, get your eyes checked. Even if you can see, like, that's, I was going off, I could see. I had 20/20 as a kid going all the way through high school, that every time I did go get my eyes checked, I was 20/20 vision, so I assumed everything was fine. Luckily, I did just happen to go get an eye exam just for the whatever reason, just being in the vicinity with my daughter. And so that's what made me say, I'm gonna get my eyes checked. We gotta do a better job. If you're in your 30s and 40s, that's when your health really starts to kick in. When I was in my 20s, I was hearing things like glaucoma, and I didn't have a reference outside of the movie Friday or Rush Hour, when they be like, yeah, I need something for my for my glaucoma or my cataracts and stuff like that. But I didn't know about glaucoma like that. I knew it was something, in my mind, I thought it was something, if not taken care of, you can go blind. Get your eyes checked. Ask your family, especially the ones that's older than you. If you're blessed to have your grandparents around, even your parents, or even your uncles or other relatives, cousins that might be older, they might know some things that they're not even aware that it's important to tell somebody this information. So that's it, man. I just wanted to make a quick short video, man. Like, these family secrets, man, we gotta stop that, man. Like, this, our generation, I want to stop it. So yeah, that's it. I'm out.